Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Rasbihari Radha Rasbihari Radha Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman Sita Ram Lakshman Bhakta Hanuman Jaya Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Gauranita Jaya Gauranita Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivragacharya Astotar Starshi Srimad A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivragacharya Astotar Starshi Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda Ki Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki All glories assembled devotees All glories assembled devotees All glories assembled devotees All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayesha bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati ruttama sloke bhaktir bhavatir naishtaki. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 85, Text 51 onwards. We will be reading from 51 to 56. We will be reciting 56. So I will go through 51 to 55, then we will recite together 56. Smarodgitata parishvanga patanga kusudrugrini saddhime mad prasadena punaryashanti sadgatim. By the grace of these six, Smara, Udgita, Parisvanga, Patanga, Kshudrabrit, and Grihini, will return to the abode of pure saints. Purport. These are the names of 6 children. First, had when they were sons of Marishi. The oldest, Smara, was called Kirtiman when born again to Vasudeva. As recorded in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.1.57, Kirtimantam pratamajam kamshayana kadung dubihi arpayana sakritrena sondrita tati vihvalaha. Vasudeva was very much disturbed by the fear of becoming a liar by breaking his promise. Thus, with great pain, he delivered his firstborn son, named Kirtiman, into the hands of Kamsa. Iti uktva tan samadaya indrasenena pujitau punardvaravatim yetya matu putrana yachatam. Sukadeva Goswami continued, after saying this, Lord Krishna and Lord Balaram, having been duly worshipped by Bali Maharaj, took the 6 sons and returned to Dwaraka, where they presented them to their mother. Tan drishtva balakan devi putra sneha snutastani parishvajyankum aropya murdni agingrad abhikshnatha. When she saw her lost children, Goddess Devaki felt such affection from them that milk flowed from her breasts. She embraced them and took them onto her lap, smelling their heads again and again. Apayayat stanam prita sutasparsha parishnutam mohita mayaya vishnor-yaya srishti pravartate. Lovingly, she let her sons drink from her breast, which became wet with milk just by their touch. She was entranced by the same illusory energy of Lord Vishnu that initiates the creation of the universe. Purport. In the opinion of Srila Sri Jiva Goswami, the word Srishti can here also refer to the creative process by which Lord Vishnu's Yoga Maya arranges the settings and situations of his pastimes. There is indeed no question of Mother Devaki being affected by the material aspect of Maya. 55 and 56. Pitvamritam payastasya pitasesham gadabhritaha narayananga samprasya pratilabdhatma darshanaha. So we will recite together the 56. Te namaskritya govindam devakim Pitaram Balam Misatam Sarva Bhutanam Yayuhu Dhamma Divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Devakim pitaram balam Mishatam sarva bhutanam Mishatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Matajis. Te namaskritya govindam Devakim pitaram balam Misatam sarva bhutanam Yayurdhama divaukasam Te De Namaskritya bowing down Govindam to Lord Krishna Devakim to Devaki Pitaram to their father Balam unto Lord Balaram Misatam as they looked on Sarva all Bhutanam the people Yayu they went Dhamma to the abode Divaukasam of the demigods. The translation is for the two slokas, so I will read both. By drinking her nectarian milk, the remnants of what Krishna himself had previously drunk, the 6 suns touched the transcendental body of the Lord, Narayana, And this contact awakened them to their original identities. They bowed down to Govinda, Devaki, their father, and Balaram. And then, as everyone looked on, they left for the abode of the demigods. Purport. Lord Krishna remained as an infant with Devaki and Vasudeva for only a very short time. First, the Lord appeared before them in his four-handed Vishnu form, and after hearing their prayers, he changed himself into an apparently ordinary infant for their pleasure. But to save Krishna from suffering his brother's fate, Vasudeva at once removed him from Kamsa's prison. Just before Vasudeva took him away, Mother Devaki suckled Krishna once so that he would not feel thirsty during the long trip to Nanda Vraja. This we learn from the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Blangayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasachya Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Ras Bihari Ji ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. In this section of Srimad Bhagavatam, we are discussing how Mother Devaki, after knowing that Lord Krishna and Balaram has brought their guru's son from the abode of Yamaraj. So, as do Guru Dakshana, so that is very extraordinary. So, knowing that, she felt that she should also get a similar favor. So, she asked Krishna and Balaram, maybe they should get their 6 elder brothers, the 6 sons, Shad Garbhas, that was begotten by Devaki but killed by Kansa. So, we are discussing here how Krishna and Balaram went to Sutala planet where Bali Maharaj is residing, and Bali Maharaj welcomes him, worships him, and then Krishna and Balaram say that we want to take these 6 children of Marishi. So, it is discussed in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, when the discussion happens between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. There, Maitreya Rishi is explaining how during the time of Swayambhuva Manu, the beginning of this day of Brahma, Lord Brahma was he got a daughter named Vak, and he was attracted sexually towards his daughter. So, this was not really appropriate. In fact, scripture says that the senses are so strong that one should not be in seclusion with any woman, even if that woman happens to be mother, daughter, or sister. Because these three categories you can't expect any, sexual thought also, supposed to be. Whereas Brahma was inclined. In the mind, he didn't engage, by the way. In the mind only he thought. And then Marishi was one of the sons, Manasaputra, headed by Marishi, eldest son. All the other sages, they actually applied to Brahma saying, hey, my dear sir, you are our father, but still something is inappropriate happening. How is that your daughter, you are inclined towards her sexually? It's not correct. It is not done by you in the previous kalpa. It's not the first time. There are so many days of Brahma has gone. It was not attempted by you in the previous kalpa. Not by any other Brahmas in other universes. They must be knowing what's happening in other universe also. Very powerful sages. In another universe also, other Brahmas have not. You are only four-headed. We understand that other universes, there are 8-headed, 16-headed, 100, 1,000, lakh, and unlimited. So many unlimited number of universes, and having so many Brahmas, and they have not even attempted like this. How is that you are trying to do it? So, in this way, when this is very important because the sages can't close their eyes and let happen what happens. Chalo, jaane wala jaane do, humko kya karna hai? That will be considered a failure in duty of the person. You have a duty also actually. The duty has to be fulfilled. So here, sages headed by Marishi, they felt if they don't do it, they will be failing in their duty. So even though it is their father actually, still they say, no, you are our father, no problem. But what you are doing is not supposed to be a father doing it towards the daughter. That we have to tell you. And then they said, let us pray to our Supreme Personality of Godhead who only can actually resolve these issues. So, by hearing these words from his son, Lord Brahma, who was actually only mentally thinking about it, then he felt ashamed. So, oh yeah, it's not that he was retaliating, hey, who are you guys to tell me, Right is right, wrong is wrong. You can't just make right into wrong, wrong into right. That doesn't work like that. Yeah, sober person can understand when the wrong is pointed, yes, this is wrong. Well, let me do something about it. So he actually gave up his body and became like a fog covering the entire universe. So the relevance of this is that even though Brahma was inappropriately thinking about performing some illicit act, the Marishi and other sages in a very mature way approached Brahma and actually stopped him doing it. If they have not intervened, something would have happened actually. Whereas Marishi's sons, Marishi's very mature, and Marishi's sons, 6 sons, they actually insulted Brahma. Hey, what is this? Your father is trying to have sexual relation with the daughter. What is this? They actually insulted him, because of which they have to be born in the family of demon. They were cursed. Here, very interestingly, we can see the father is Marishi is actually doing an activity which is approved by scripture, approved by Shastra. That should be done. That has to be done. Whereas the sons, his own sons, not following the footsteps of father, they offended Brahma. It is immaturity, not understanding the overall picture of life. You take one incident in isolation and try to act upon it, sometimes you may go wrong. That's what the sons of Marishi actually have done. So because of this offense, they have to become sons of Kalanemi, who is son of Virochana, and Kalanemi is grandson of Prahlad Maharaj, the demoniac family. So, Kalanemi was so powerful that when there was a fight between the Daityas and Devatas, so when Bali Maharaj was fatally injured, Kalanemi led, and nobody could defeat him. Very powerful. And Lord Vishnu has to come himself on Garuda to actually kill Kalanemi. So powerful he was. So now, these Kalanemi's sons, who were sons of Marishi, and they, after being born in the demoniac family, they were very pious. And they were actually worshipping Lord Brahma. The same 6 sons, in the previous life, they offended Brahma. In the next life, they were worshipping Brahma to get some benediction. And Brahma asked him what? And they said, we should not be killed by anybody. Something like Hiranyakashipu, great-grandfather. Hiranyakashipu became very upset. And he cursed him again. First of all, they were cursed when they were sons of Marishi. Now they became sons of Kalanemi. They were cursed, you go and live in the lower planetary system for a very long time. They said, sorry, what can we do? ठीक है. When Lord Krishna is going to descend, at that time he will be born in the womb of Lord Krishna's mother. He will be born. And he will be killed by your own father. So Kalanemi becomes Kansa. And all these 6 children, first of Marishi and then of Kalanemi, they were born to Mother Devaki, and one after another. So here we can see in 51 that Lord Krishna is telling Bali Maharaj, I want to take these 6 sons of Marishi. He is not telling 6 sons of Devaki. And he is giving the names that was given by Marishi. These 6 sons' name also keep changing. When they were sons of Marishi, here it is mentioned, starting Smara, Udgita, Parispanga, etc. Whereas in Srimad Bhagavatam, when, by the way, Marishi, then when they became sons of Kalanemi, they were, the Smara became Amsa and Udgita became Suvikrama, like that. There are 6 names. Body changes, name also change. And then when Devaki, so we understand that how when Kansa was ready to kill Mother Devaki, after hearing the Ashariri, Akashvani, that the 8th child born of Mother Devaki is going to kill Kansa. So he wanted to kill Devaki only. If the cause is this, why to have some effect, Then Vasudeva has to tell that, no. He has to preach to him, diplomacy. her son is going to kill. Why you are killing her? Whatever born of her, I will come and give it to you. You do what you want to do. You can kill also, no problem. Take it. So when the first son was born, Vasudeva was supposed to deliver. And here we can see in Srimad Bhagavatam it is stated that Vasudeva took Kirtiman. Now you'll have to know that the child was born, he is going to deliver, already name is given. As soon as child is born, Vasudeva gave the name Kirtiman. He is not known as Smara in the previous life, Kirtiman. Same day he is supposed to deliver, but then he delivers the child named Kirtiman, who is none other than Smara, a son of Marishi. So we can see here that Kansa received the first child. He was very happy that Vasudeva is fulfilling his promise. Yes, good. But he said, "Arey, my 8th child is going to kill, you take it back." Narada Muni comes and tells, "Arey, foolish fellow, you don't know, in the Yadu and Vrishni Vamsa, all the demigods are descending. You don't even know who is who. तुम्हारा इतना बुद्धि नहीं है, तो ऐसा मत करो." खत्म. So to intensify the pastime, to make the things happen, and also to fulfill that he has to kill his own sons. That is a curse by Hiranyakashipu. Hiranyakashipu can also give curse, by the way. So these 6 sons of Kalanemi is killed by Kansa because of the offense they have committed. So Kansa takes the child, he is killing, but it is actually his own child in the previous life. See, law of karma is so complicated, we don't know who we were in the last life, Sometimes appearing to be like friends must have been enemy. Sometimes appearing to be enemy must have been friend. Law of karma is very complicated. You can't figure out what's what. So in this way, Kansa kills the children of Devaki, but actually they were his own children in the previous life. His own children in the previous life. So, Lord Krishna tells that these 6 children of Marishi, he is not even talking about children of Kalanemi or children of Devaki, I want to take. So in this way, Bali Maharaj grants permission for these 6 children to be taken by Krishna and Balaram. And Krishna and Balaram returned to Dwaraka with the children, 6 brothers, elder brothers, because they were born before Krishna and Balaram in the womb of Mother Devaki. And now Mother Devaki receives the children. They are, when they were born, when they were killed, that is what the form she is looking at. And when she saw them, she was moved by the emotions, motherly affection. The mother sees the child, especially the child which is dead and gone, coming back means it is more happiness and emotion. It is like the cow, sometimes due to some reason or the other, if the calf dies, generally the cow after giving birth to the calf, it is supposed to give milk, But if the calf is dead, the cow will be thinking about the calf only, so she won't give milk actually much. The intelligent cowherd men, generally what they do, if the calf dies, then they will take the skin of the calf, entire skin of the calf, and then they will pack, stuff the skin with paddy husk. Calf jaisa bana dega usko. So the cow has seen the calf dying, calf dead, she knows. But now this dummy calf, we can say, with calf skin but stuffed with paddy as brought, immediately the cow will become very happy. Oh, emotions. Oh, my calf has come. He will start licking the skin actually. My calf has come. And it will give milk. So the milkman will keep on milking. After milking is over, he will take it and put it on the loft. Next milking session mein leke aane ka. Every session the cow will do the same thing. He will not say, "Arey, din mein dikhai nahi diya, kali doodh nikalne ke samay par leke aata hai to." During the day also it should see the calf jumping here and there and playing, it won't see. Theek hai. At the time of milking the cow, he will bring it. That is motherly affection. Cow has got very, very close motherly affection like a human mother. So, in this way, here, Mother Devaki, she knew very well the children were killed mercilessly by Kansa. They are gone. She has never seen. And she is telling that, go and bring my children, my dead children. And the fact is they are dead and gone. But they were brought back after several decades and years, And she was overcome with the emotions here, we can see. So much so that the milk flowed from her breast. And she embraced the children, 6 children. And she took them on the lap, smelling their head and kissing them, like mother and child's affection she was exhibiting. So, and she let the sons drink the milk from her breast. She has not just given birth to a child, she has given birth long time back. But still, because of the emotion, the milk was flowing from her breast. And she was entranced by the illusory energy of, because you have to be in a different mood to think that it is real, which is not real actually. Entranced in the illusory energy of Maya. This is Yoga Maya is acting. Maya is so powerful that it acts in such a way that all different pastimes are possible. Otherwise, many pastimes are not possible. For her to feel that the children have come back and give milk to the children which are already dead and gone, she has to be some level of Yoga Maya to think like that. It's not imagination, it is reality. It's reality. She's not daydreaming. It's real. So that is how the Maya acts. When a devotee wants to see the power of Maya, sometimes Krishna shows the power of Maya also. Markandeya Rishi, he prayed to Naranarayana Rishi. He is already perfect, Siddha Purusha. And he said, I want to see the potency of your illusory energy. You already crossed it, Baba. Why you want to? No, I want to see. Okay. He went on with his sadhana, was doing. One fine day it was very heavy rain and water, and he didn't even know the time of devastation has come. It was everywhere water. He was tossed by the waves of the ocean of devastation and moving here and there, but he was not drowning. Somebody would have drowned, not drowning. And finally he comes a little island where a banyan tree is there, and he is seeing a small baby sitting in a banyan leaf. And he is seeing, itna bada devastation is there. What is the child? And he was trying to observe closely, and the child actually inhales. Just inhale. Just like a tiny particle, atomic particle, it goes inside. Like that he went inside. And when he went inside, he didn't know what was happening, and he saw the whole universe there. Same thing as what he saw outside. Inside, he went inside this baby. Chota baby ka pet mein, he could see the entire universe. That is inconceivable potency of the Supreme Lord. So he can show within the mouth also the entire universe. He can show within the belly, wherever he want, he can show actually. And as he was up, so he was seeing the entire universe, himself also sitting and doing his own sadhana. So you are thinking, what is happening? I came inside, kya ho raha hai idhar? Though by the time the child exhaled, that means from one breath only. आपको एक breath लेने के लिए कितना समय लगता है? You don't even know. We don't even really know. So many breaths you are taking in a minute. एक breath, inhaling, exhaling. He came out like he went, he came out. And then again he saw the same baby sitting and smiling. Then he could understand, this is my Lord. So he thought, oh, my Lord is sitting like a small baby, let me embrace him. Gaya. You try to embrace him, he will go away. You can't, you don't dictate terms and conditions to the Lord. So the entire water, body evaporated, and again he is in the same ashram. So this is after devastation, again another Satyuga is starting actually. So then he could understand, I wanted to see the illusory potency of the Lord. This is what it is. Within anything the Lord can show. So the Lord, if he wants to put somebody in illusory energy, he can just put without any effort. He doesn't have to take any great effort for that. So in this way, here we can see by the power of Yoga Maya. So here Srila Jiva Goswami comments, the Srishti here means the Yoga Maya. It's not normal Srishti, where 24 metal elements are created. That is also another power of the Supreme Lord. From Pradhan, how the Prakriti is created, that is also Srishti. So here specifically it means Yoga Maya according to Srila Jiva Goswami. So these 6 children, by drinking the nectarian milk from Mother Devaki's breast, which was earlier sucked by the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. So they are getting some Mahaprasad. Mother's milk Mahaprasad. So here it is explained that when actually Lord Krishna appeared, he appeared in the 400 form, in the prison of Kamsa, to assure Mother Devaki and Vasudeva that I am here, don't worry, no fear. They said, itna bada bacha hai, kya karna? So become like a normal baby. Prayers, they offered prayers. Then the Lord becomes a small baby, 200. If you only add the 4 hands, then things would have been different. No, 200 form he assumed. And the same night, as soon as he was born, Vasudeva took the baby and went to Nanda Gokul to exchange. So the question may be asked, what? When did Krishna drink milk from Mother Yasoda? There is no time, he was born. Vasudeva took the baby and left it in Gokul and then brought the girl baby and things happened. It's all same night. So here it is explained by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur that so Vasudeva was ready to take the baby, and but Mother Devaki felt that, oh, the child is born, he must be thirsty, he must be hungry also, but he has to also go all the way to Nanda Gokul. On the way, इनको भूख नहीं लगना चाहिए, प्यास नहीं लगना चाहिए, थोड़ा रुको भाई. So she actually gave the breast milk. Same night, just before leaving the prison, just only once, only once, Mother Devaki actually fed the milk to Krishna so that he doesn't feel hungry. Otherwise, the child born cries, hungry, and it needs some feeding required, So, even though Krishna was not crying, by the way, so given the milk, and then she bade farewell to the child, baby Krishna. So, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur says, because Lord Krishna sucked the breast of Mother Devaki once, it was completely transcendental. Now the 6 sons are sucking the same breast, so because of it, that Mahaprasad they are getting. These 6 sons. And they touched the transcendental body of Lord Krishna, and by doing so, their original consciousness and identities were awakened. Originally, they were actually demigods, and they were born as sons of Marishi, and then they offended Lord Brahma. They became sons of Kalanemi, and then again offended Hiranyakashipu. Pahila to Brahma ka offend kiya, then Hiranyakashipu bhi offend kar diya. Then Hiranyakashipu made them become sons of Devaki and then live in Sutala. Relief was given. The great relief was that after they were born and they will be killed by, their own father, previous life father Kalanemi in the form of Kansa. So in this way, they got the greatest benediction of sucking the breast of Mother Devaki so that they can get Mahaprasad of Lord Krishna and they can be relieved of the sins that they have committed in the previous lives. Here, one important thing that can be highlighted, the offense that this Sadgarma, 6 personalities, they committed originally was in Swayambhuva Manu, the first Manu of this day of Brahma. And we are running on the 7th Manu, by the way. Very long duration of time, huh? Very long duration of time. So, that means from the time they committed the offense against Brahma, by the time they were relieved after Krishna descended. Krishna descended only 5,000 years ago, 5,000 plus. Until that time, they have to undergo suffering actually. How long it is? Just to give it, we just say that long time back is one thing. Put it in figures. Put it in figures. This is 7th Manvantara. Vaivasvata Manvantara is going on. And then 6 Manvantaras are gone. Each Manvantara is 72 Divya Yugas. So 6 Manvantara into 72 Divya Yugas. Okay? 432 Divya Yugas. What is this? And this is actually the 27th Divya Yuga of the 7th Manvantara. Means 26 Divya Yuga in this Manvantara is gone also. One Divya Yuga is actually, 10 times Kali Yuga. Right? 4,32,000 years into 10. 43 lakh. One Divya Yuga. So now you have got 558 Divya Yugas. Multiply by that, just to give an idea, it is 197 crore years. 197 crore, huh? Not thousand, not lakh. From the time they offended Lord Brahma, till the time they were relieved after Krishna brought them from Sutala planet, and then Mother Devaki fed them with the milk, and they regained their demigod bodies and they went back to actually heavenly planet. It took actually 197 crore years. Plus actually, I am not telling the other figure. At least 197 crore years. What is the mistake they did? Just laughed at Brahma thinking of having a sexual relation with his daughter. Thinking, not done, by the way, not done. Just in the mind, because at least in Kali Yuga, if we think there is no real reaction, doesn't mean that you can keep on thinking all dirty things. Arey, abhi to chance hai. Jo thinking karna hai, karte jao. But for just thinking, just insulting, just offending, they have to spend 197 crore years. This is the reaction for the wrongdoing. Reaction for the wrongdoing. A very small mistake in the previous yugas can have such a consequence that, very, very serious and severe. Very serious and severe. At least in Kali Yuga, you don't have that kind of consequence. Time is very less. I can speak little bit more on some other incidences. But then, in brief, a very small offense, a small mistake, a small insult actually can result, in a very serious consequence. And in the previous yugas, somebody may go to a very high position and then he may even actually be taken away from that, disturbed. Just very briefly, let us take the incident of Chitraketu. Very briefly. Chitraketu had an audience with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was as good as, a Vaikuntha Vasi. Jivan Mukta. For him, going back to Godhead is guaranteed. And when he saw Mother Parvati was seated on the lap of Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva was embracing her in the presence of saintly persons, and he was in the aeroplane, balcony darshan, and he said, "What is this? I heard that Lord Shiva is a great controller of senses. How is he in public? He is behaving like this." As if all the saintly persons are blind. There are saintly persons. If there's something wrong is going to happen, saintly persons are not going to close their eyes. That is their duty. If they are sitting, you will have to know that there is something very special. He didn't know that. Mother Parvati said, "You impudent. You think that you have accomplished something very great because you had an audience with the Supreme Lord, but you are unfit to be taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord." So what he was qualified, she disqualified it actually. You can't take it that now. In one stroke, you be born in a demon family. That is what you deserve. Then you learn your lesson. But Chitraketu was a great devotee. Within one lifetime, he could recover. Not like Shat Garbhas, 197 crore years. But for him, it was only one lifetime because of the special mercy of the Lord. Special mercy of the Lord. A very small mistake can create actually a great disturbance in one's progress, especially for devotees engaged in Krishna consciousness. We may have the benefit of what we think in the mind does not actually give reaction like that. That is not going to be a license for we keep thinking any damn thing. But the problem is that what you keep thinking, one day your mind will make you to do that. That is the danger. Your thinking is not going to affect, but thinking is conditioning your mind favorably, so that it can actually make you to do it when you are done, finished. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches us how in the garden where we are trying to cultivate our devotional creeper, we have to be very, very careful. Devotional service is like walking on the razor's edge. Even a small mistake can have consequence which is beyond imagination. So, if an elephant enters into a garden, what happens? Mad elephant, that also, not ordinary elephant. Finished. So in the same way, if one actually allows the attitude for committing offenses, and if the offenses are committed, then one puts actually the devotional creeper in danger. Because this devotional creeper, we have obtained it after a very long time. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Ji, Guru Krishna Prasade Bhai Bhakti Lata Bij. Brahmanda to Brahmanda, so like you are talking about, different Brahmandas, different things are happening. and we got an opportunity for devotional service, that creeper should be protected at any cost. And committing an offense is a very dangerous thing. Here we can see, in front of Brahma, when Marishi and other rishis are very, with proper etiquette approached him and rectified the situation, Marishi's own son committed offense because of immaturity. Chitraketu, even though Lord Shiva and Parvati, they were not in public display of doing something inappropriate in front of the sages, and it was not taken anything wrong by the sages. But somebody like Chitraketu to take it as a wrong, that is actually a mistake. So in that way, we have to understand the etiquette and the situation of ours and what situation one is put in. Even if something we see in our mind may look like something wrong, if it is seen by other seniors and other saintly person and they are doing certain things for that appropriate activity, a person who is not in a position to judge others should actually not get implicated by taking inappropriate action. Minding one's own business, so to say. Mind your business, they say. Our business is to make sure that we purify our consciousness and make progress. And 10,000 years only is left. How many years? 197 crore years. For a simple mistake somebody has to suffer. Can you imagine how many Kali Yugas, how many Satyugas went and gone, they have to suffer. But we don't have so much time. What to speak of 10,000 years? Even after 100 years, the world is going to be very miserable. Now only it is becoming more miserable. No time. We don't have time. We don't have to waste time. So, our main attention should be how well we can protect our own devotional creeper. That should be our main business. Everything else is secondary. Somebody else's creeper kya ho raha hai karke sochne ka zyada darurat nahi. If you are in the position of authority, if somebody is fully under your care, that person you can take care. Not the whole world is under anybody's care. Not necessary. So in that way, here we learn from this section of Srimad Bhagavatam how careful one has to be in performing one's devotional service so that we can actually make our devotional journey to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna a smooth journey. We'll stop here. Thank you. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. You have very nicely explained right from the Brahmaji's incident. I have two questions. One is, even now devotees in ISKCON, if they keep saying that Brahmaji has done this, Brahmaji has fallen down, all that, will we get offense?
It all depends upon what is the mood. If we think that somebody like Brahma, he did, who am I? I am such an insignificant person. I should be more careful. Allowed. ब्रह्मा कर दिया यार, हम तो उससे अच्छा है, खत्म. I am better than Brahma, somebody thinks. You are not worthy to be doing anything actually. You have not understood anything in philosophy. These incidences are very specifically given to teach us how we should be making our devotional practice. Chitraketu aisa kar diya. We are insignificant in front of all these personalities. These are great personalities. Supreme Lord, to teach us something, He takes these best devotees. And you think you are better than them? No. We have to be when we hear the pastime, we should become more humble, to make us humble. Lord Shiva also said, there are so many things we can discuss. Lord Shiva told the Supreme Lord, I want to see your Mohini Murti. Why you want to get into trouble, Baba? No, I want to see. I have not seen. I drank the poison, and I was away. I heard that you took Mohini Murti form. Then, when the Lord took Mohini Murti form, Lord Shiva, who can even burnt ashes Madana, he was actually allured. He went behind Mohini Murti, and Mohini Murti took him to all the three planetary system. And everybody said, like, Shiva ka aisa halat ho gaya hai. When Krishna comes, everything is possible. Somebody says, Shiva ka aisa ho gaya, I am a great controller of senses. Katam. All the incidences in the scripture are to teach us how good we should become a devotee and how good we learn these lessons so that we don't do such kind of mistakes. Not to say that I have not done those mistakes, so I am better than them. Who knows next day what you are going to do? We don't know. So, yes, Brahma is a great personality, born directly from the navel of Lord Vishnu, directly instructed by, it is said by our acharyas that this incident has happened before Lord Brahma heard Chatursloki Bhagavatam from the Supreme Lord. After hearing Bhagavatam, he became very pure. This happened before that. So Brahma is a very great personality. Lord Shiva, all these personalities are very great. These all stories, these all history is given to us so that how we should be cultivating our own attitude and practice of devotional service so that we don't get into trouble. To save us.
After all these 197 crore years, they still didn't seem to get liberation. They are still demigods.
Because that is, if everybody goes away leaving the post, then you can't run the universe, So they have to assist the Supreme Lord, carry forward with the universal affairs. So that is the special. Actually, we sometimes don't even understand how special the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are placed. Sometimes you have something very valuable, you don't know how valuable they are. The devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu engaged in practicing Krishna consciousness under Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, they have such a valuable gift. They can actually go back home, back to Goloka Vrindavan and dance with the Krishna, which is not even available to actually, most of the spiritual practitioners. Not available. And by practicing this, the process is so nicely given, one can actually go back to Godhead and all these people, they will be waiting. Bali Maharaj, who is considered an emblem of Atma Nivedanam, he has to become an Indra actually because he wanted actually. He is waiting in Sutala. He is going to become Indra in the future. And Indra, when he becomes another 72 Diya Yugas, he has to wait. A devotee practicing devotional service at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada in another, depending upon our own devotion, 10, 20, 50, 30, any number of years, you can go back to Goloka Vrindavan. Fatafat. This is the greatest boon. See, that is why Namo Mahavadanyaya. He is Mahavadanyaya. He has given something unimaginable. Nobody has ever seen also. That's why demigods are saying, hey, the devotees are practicing and going, we are here. So it's a very, that doesn't mean that we become so proud that we are better than them. Razor's edge. On one hand, you have to know what you are doing. On another hand, you should not be overwhelmed by your position so that Mother Parvati specifically said that because of your devotional accomplishment, you have become proud. You become a demon. Very specifically, devotional accomplishment. So even devotional accomplishment should not be the cause of one's pride. Everything has to be a cause for more humility. That is what Goswamis have taught. That is what Prabhupada has taught. So we have to follow the footsteps of our acharyas. If we do that, it is 100% assured that you can go back home, back to God. In this lifetime. Possible. Why can't we do that? That is what should be our goal. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is secondary. Anything that is going to obstruct our progress in Krishna consciousness, it is worthy to be given up. Because Krishna consciousness is our primary goal in our life. Everything else is secondary. Anything else, secondary. So, demigods, we should always think that if that can happen to such a great personality, who am I? I am such a useless fellow, it can happen to me also. So, All these incidences should put us more and more in a humble position, make us more and more humble. That is what we should look at it. Vishnu Tattva Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for bringing out this wonderful lesson from this pastime of avoid judging devotees. So, Prabhuji, this tendency is there in us. I see myself. We have come from such world where this is provoked or appreciated. How much we pull other people legs or see faults. So this somehow we are, by mercy of Srila Prabhupada, in the moment, but we are not pure, and this tendency appear again and again. So what practices we should do now, or take care that which remove this tendency of judging others and finding their mistakes, faults?
Getting reminded of all this Bhagavatam, again and again hearing purification. When we hear, not that the sound vibration goes this ear and goes this, gets out. Something should stay inside. And that is inspiration. The inspiration is something which should be pushing you. It's like an engine, power. So, the tendency is coming because of our conditioning. Because that is how we were doing it for several millions of lifetimes. Because the same thing keeps coming. Aadat ho gaya. Karte karte aadat ho jata. It becomes like your second nature. No? Committing offense becomes our nature. No? So this inspiration has to give, push. No, not like that. No, this is going to be bad for my spiritual life. So we keep reminding us, keep pushing towards how to avoid such kind of things. So determination has to be there. I have to do it. Options will be there. If I don't do it, I will get something better. Immediate result, something I will get. No. My final goal is this. If by doing this, I am going to be in trouble, I don't want to be in trouble. Restraining ourselves. Mind may dictate so many things. Intelligence has to be good enough to say no to it. What for intelligence is there then? If mind is telling something and if your mind is because of the previous conditioning, it will say, oh, somebody doing wrong, I should correct. Who are you to correct? Nobody else is there to correct. But nobody else knows about it. There is a way to correct it. You can tell somebody else to do it. If me correcting is going to put me in trouble, protecting myself from trouble is more important than that fellow committing problem. Save yourself to save others. Sometimes we want to save others without knowing that we are not safe. Can a person who doesn't know swimming jump into water and save somebody who is drowning? Sometimes somebody may not know swimming. His own very close relative is drowning, he may jump also. Emotion. Dono dub jayega. So you have to save somebody means, so you are trying to correct somebody to save them, but are you safe first? Are you safe? If you yourself are in trouble, what is there? You leave it to others. That person can be saved by so many people, but you are saving, you have to take care. Nobody else is going to come and save you. So in a particular situation, if me doing something is going to put me in trouble, better let me not get into trouble. Other things will be taken care by the will of the Lord. Leave it like that. So we have to push ourselves to make sure that we are on the safe journey. Our journey has to be safe. Once our journey is safe, then you can save others also. Chala chala tum bhi aaja. You can do that only when yours is safe. If yours is not safe, don't worry about others, worry about yourself. It's not selfishness, but it is preparing yourself to save others in the future. That's all.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Not only for that calculation, 197 crore years, that calculation is very helpful. to feel that impact of saving on self. And also you that told that subtle difference, that seeing Brahmaji and two different reactions. One is that I should be careful versus how Brahmaji is so insignificant, or like belittling him in your consciousness. So this little difference you told, that also very helpful, Guruji. Guruji, initially you were mentioning that Marichi did his duty. But we also hear that in certain case, or generally when seniors are doing something, don't be too hasty. Like the sages who saw Lord Shiva running for Mohini Murti, we don't see them doing their duty to caution Lord Shiva.
Caution.
Caution or stop him. So in which cases, what to do? How to decide that, Guruji?
You don't have to, that is not their business. It is a business between the Lord and Shiva. See, the sages can understand what does the Lord want. They act according to that. In that particular situation, the Lord wanted to show the entire world, even a person of the stature of Lord Shiva can also be attracted to senses when the Supreme Lord himself takes the form of a woman. So you be careful. He wanted to teach others. So the sages know that it is in between, a lesson is going on. They don't have to interfere there. Hey, उनको पकड़ो 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 इसको, ये क्यों भाग रहा है? उनको मालूम है भगवान है, वो कुछ कर रहा है, ठीक है, हम he is doing it for us to see, no, ठीक है भाई. So they don't have to intervene. There is something very special relation happening between the Supreme Lord and his devotee. Nobody needs to intervene there. And immediately Lord Shiva could understand his position and then immediately started praying. So it's a natural thing. There is nothing need to be done. So sages don't have to do anything. If they try to do something, then that will become Adhika Prasangi. There's something called Adhika. You don't have to do, then you want to do it. No. No need for anybody to intervene.
Example of Marichi, that he was doing his duty to, once at least warn Brahmaji. So you were telling that, so this situation, how in our life, should we ever think of doing something like that, or better always be keep quiet and let the senior, himself correct himself, like Shivji also corrected himself only.
As I already said, if somebody is fully under your care, he is fully depending on you, under your guidance, he should be corrected. That is why Prabhupada so many times chastising a disciple. You may think that why is he chastising? I will also go and say, hey rascal. I will go and tell rascal. Or he is guru telling his disciple to correct him. Who am I to go and tell somebody else rascal? We think that rascal became a very nice word. ISKCON mein standardized kar diya. Are you qualified? So somebody is fully under your care, then you can correct them. That is your duty to correct them. Somebody is not under your care, you have no business. At the best you can tell others under whose care this person is there, aisa ho raha hai bhai, kuch karo unko. Somebody doing wrong, you tell his authorities. And that authority will take the necessary thing. You don't have to intervene. You are not super boss to intervene in anything and every damn thing you see. Not necessary. Who gave the authority? Nobody gave the authority. Don't take the authority on your own. You should be given the authority, not take the authority. In the case of Marishi, they are the first Prajapati, senior most saintly person of the whole world. That is their duty. Even though they were sons, Manasa Putra of Brahma, Brahma's Manasa Putra, they are the senior most saints. And that was their duty, that is why they did. Not Tom, Dick and Harry's. Not anybody else. They are the senior most saintly person, Sapta Rishis. There is nobody senior than them. So that is their duty they did, very humbly. They first said, this is not the right thing to do. Nobody has done. You have also not done in the previous kalpas. No other Brahma has done in any other universe. You doing is very bad, it's not good. So let us all pray to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can actually give. Sabko Sanmati De Bhagavan. Let us all pray to the Supreme Lord, who can actually solve the situation. They prayed to Supreme Lord actually. They didn't force him. They didn't insult him. They said the fact as it is. This is what you are doing, this is not correct, we will pray to Lord Krishna. Then he understood. So it was their duty, they did the duty. But question is whether I have the duty in me. Who gave the duty to me? If somebody has given me, fine, don't take your own self. That is what the problem is. We try to see that anything wrong happens in front of us, which we don't do it, then we put ourselves in a better position. मैं उनसे अच्छा है. In some other aspect, what they are good, what I am bad, that conveniently, वो सब चलता है. मैं कर रहा हूँ ना, मैं करता है तो ठीक तो होगा. So there is so many factors in our life. Just by being good in one aspect doesn't make you good in all aspects. So when we try to see that maybe in this aspect I am good, there are so many things which I am not good, let me look myself inside. In this I am bad, in this I am bad, in that I am bad. When I am so bad, who am I to correct that person? Chalo, chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Bas. Save yourself. Become safe so that you can save others in the future. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ताई गौरव प्रेमानंदे.